From Coyle to Como, we made the drive for Columbia Eagle basketball right here on KCHS. Alex Schlemmer and Coach Horner joining as the color commentator with us tonight. Made the drive. We're at Mizzou Arena where the Eagles are going to be taking on the Wildcats from Montgomery County. Coach, you look good in this headset too.
Appreciate that. First time for everything.
There is a first time. So like I said, we made the trip up here to Columbia, Missouri, and near and dear to both of our hearts. This is where I decided I was coming to Mizzou, right here in this arena. Number 3 Mizzou, 5 Baylor, Steve Moore with a big dunk. And I knew it's time for me to come to Mizzou, and you had your boys here, and looks like you might have a daughter here coming here in the next couple of years.
Yeah, I think I helped build part of this arena.
Yeah, part of it. I think all of Section 111 over there is probably yours. So we come in tonight, Columbia in the Norm Stewart Classic. It's the 17th annual, goes all the way back to 2007 when it started. Norm Stewart, a long-time Mizzou guy, and if you talk Mizzou athletics, most people are going to know who Norm Stewart is. Court's named after him, baseball guy, basketball guy, came in as a coach, left for a while, came back again, and 32 years as a head coach. He's a survivor of cancer, and that is what tonight's big thing is, cancer awareness and research, and that's where the money goes tonight.
Yeah, as a kid, I remember growing up watching Mizzou basketball. Was the only thing you could get on channel 30 back in the day. And as we watch the Eagles take the floor here for warm-ups. But, yeah, this is a special night. Our kids are really excited today at school, and this is a pretty cool atmosphere. And, you know, but watching Mizzou basketball when I was a kid is really what we did. There was nothing else you could watch.
And I never really was a Mizzou guy, so it's kind of funny that that's all you watched was Mizzou. I never really cared about Mizzou. I had family that was going to Illinois and until then, so I had to learn about Norm Stewart real quick whenever I got here. But it's a guy, like I said, everybody talks about him. And you get into the Classic, like I said, started back in 2007. It was one day of games. There was 4 games on that day. From 2008 to 2015, they played 15 games for the weekend. Then you go into 2016 through 2021, minus the COVID year, 48 hours of nonstop basketball. I don't know how many games you can get in 48 hours, but what would you like that as an athletic director? I mean, getting officials and custodians, keeping all that, that'd make your job a little tougher.
I'm sure there's more than one helping plan something like this. But, yeah, it's pretty cool, though. You know, not only having a chance to come to a place like this to play, I'm sure back in those days they were playing over at the Hearn Center. But having the opportunity to say you did it at 2 o'clock in the morning would be pretty neat, too, if you could stay awake long enough. But super cool.
That Hearn Center, that was a neat one. That's where the volleyball plays. It's right here, I think just a little bit be west of us, maybe? No, north. Be north of us.
A little north and a skosh to the east.
And that's someplace that if you ever get a chance to go there, that is, the court is right on top of you when they're there. I mean, volleyball plays there and wrestling, gymnastics, that all happens, and you are sitting straight up and down. And if you're in the nosebleeds, hope you got good balance. If not, you're going to end up on the court.
Yeah, I remember a place like that I visited one time in Bloomington, Indiana. I think Assembly Hall in Bloomington's a little bit like that, straight up and down. You know, even at the top row is not a bad seat, but it looks like you're looking right down at the court.
This is a pretty nice place here. We can't bring you audio tonight. They are streaming tonight on MediaCom.
Video, we can't bring you.
We can't bring you, video. They have that going. Let me see if I had it pulled up here earlier. If you wanted to stream the games, you can just look up Norm Stewart Classic, and then from there, you are able to follow the couple links, and it'll take you to where you can watch, and it's MediaCom 22 if you want to look at that. So it'll have the day 2, the whole thing, and they give you a live roster and everything that's going on. So if you get a chance, want to watch the game, you can watch it, or you can listen to us pollute the airwaves here on KCHS. We are about 6 minutes away. It's going to be a quick pregame going into tonight. But, Coach, let's talk a little bit about the Eagles here. Let's talk first the history of Columbia basketball. It goes back to 1933. This is the 85th season. There was a couple seasons in the 30s that were missing on the IHSA website, so neither one of us were sure what happened to those, but 85 seasons. The Columbia basketball program, 1,172 victories, 1,081 losses, good for 52% win percentage. First district title came in 1949, 1950. They had 3 of them total. The first regional was back in 1986, 87, and they have 12 total. Most of them come in the hands of Coach Sandstrom, which we'll get into here in a second. The one sectional, super sectional, and the state qualifier was a 2000-2001 team under Coach Dave Touche. And do you remember, were you coaching then or in Columbia at that point, or was that a year before?
Well, I've been in Columbia since '96 as an assistant, so I definitely was coaching during that time.
So that you go back to that team, that would have been the Brent Miller, Steckmesser,
Reed Jones. Those kids were 8th graders my very first year here in Columbia.
So then they came in. Was that their senior season then that they?
I believe so. Yes, I believe so.
And that was before you just went up there to the semifinal and championship game, before the 3rd place game as well too. Back then, you had to go to a qualifying game, a semifinal game, and then the championship.
Correct.
And we got beat in the quarterfinal game or qualifying, whatever you want to call it. That would have been against, man, I knew this.
Pierre Pierce, whoever he played for.
Oh, was it really Pierre Pierce?
It was
I didn't
Pierre
know that.
Pierce. Went to Iowa. Yeah, I'm gonna remember the name here in a minute of the team they played. But yeah, that was back in those days. Was when 8 teams qualified, and if you lost on day 1 in the state finals back then, you were headed home. And then there was just the 4 that played the final day.
And when we got beat that game, it was an overtime game, I believe, too, correct? I think I watched it on Coach G's couch a couple weeks ago. We had Coach Miller over, and we were just reminiscing, going back, watching. I believe that was an overtime. Man, I wish I could remember who it was. But neither here nor there. Takes us into our 24 coaches and our 22nd coach. And our 24th is Coach Mark Sandstrom. This is his 18th season with Columbia. Coming into this year, 327 wins, 196 losses, 6 regionals. He has 1 of them at the single A level, 3 at 2A, and 2 at the 3A level when we were there a couple of years ago. And he started before even coaching with Abingdon 4 seasons, 84 wins, 28 losses, 2 regionals, and 1 sectional while he was there. So Coach Sandstrom is a pretty successful coach, and good to have at the helm for the Eagles this year.
Absolutely. Known Mark for quite some time. The guy's super dedicated, bleeds basketball, and our kids really respond, and he does a great job.
Speaking of Coach Sandstrom, we have to say congratulations on getting the Illinois Basketball Coaches Association Hall of Fame. Just got inducted here the last couple weeks, and will officially go in, I believe that's March or something.
In May. First Saturday in May, I believe.
So he will make the trip to officially be inducted. And something that when you look at the boxes that need to be checked off to become a Hall of Fame coach, you have 4 boxes. You need to coach 20 or more seasons. Check. Have 400 or more victories in a career. Check. Achieve great success in tournaments and tournament championships. He's got that. And you have to do the majority of your coaching in the state of Illinois, and he's done that as well. So he checked all the boxes. And we talk about your mid-season and regular season win, and Coach Sandstrom has been able to do that and recently had a ton of success. But in his 17 seasons, he has 12 regular season tournaments, including 7 of the last 9 were championships. Coming from the last 3 years, and those 2 that he didn't win the championship, he got 2nd place in. He has 6 holiday tournament championships under his belt, as well as Oakville Invitational Championship, Sparta Midwinter Classics, Westland Tip-Off, Lebanon Westland. He's done it all, and Coach of the Year last year for District 19 and the boys.
Quite the resume.
And it's
one other box you can check is having great players.
And that helps out too. And every coach will say that. You got to have the players, and he said it in his interview too.
Yeah, he'll be the first to tell you, there's a lot of, as a coach myself, we can do a lot of great things as a coach, but it really comes down to whether or not you got guys that can play and guys that are dedicated. And even, and I don't just mean the best players that you had, right? It takes everybody and all the guys that buy in and are really dedicated to what they're doing and really care enough about Columbia basketball. And we've certainly been fortunate enough. Mark's been very fortunate to have a lot of those kind of kids, and he's very well deserving of an induction into the Hall of Fame, and we're super proud and glad that we can call him our coach.
You talk about the team this year, you look at him right there, got a lot of size, in that back row. If you can make Coach Sandstrom look like an average-sized guy, you got to be a pretty big guy. So you look at the 2024, 2025 Varsity Eagles. They're used to winning. 75 victories coming into this season for the seniors in their first 3 years, so they're used to winning. We have 9 seniors, 6 juniors, 1 lone sophomore. And talking with Coach Sandstrom this week, I asked him, I said, what's your MO going to be this year? I said, defensively, we're going to fly around, we're going to trap, we're going to do everything we can, keep you off balance, and offensively, we're going to fly around as well.
Yeah, they get up and down the court, no question about it. That's kind of what they like to do. You know, obviously having some length helps, especially in that front court. Got some guys with some long arms and guys that can rebound the basketball. When you can rebound the basketball, you can get the ball out, get up and down the court quickly, and hopefully steal some buckets along the way.
And he's talked a lot about, too, as well as they're getting ready to do starting lineups for this game here. So just a few minutes away, a couple minutes behind schedule. But the expectations of this season, they had them last year, weren't able to get out of the regional, got beat in a very good game against Westland. And but this year, those expectations, they're still here again this year.
Yeah, I think the expectations and you know, even to some degree the pressure starts to be even more, right? You don't get to keep these kids around for very long, and so the urgency, I guess I should say, maybe not the pressure, just the urgency of wanting to be able to have an opportunity to get to that state tournament is really what drives, I think, these kids.
The road to the state tournament started on the 25th of November when the Eagles went to Westland on that opening tournament. Played Chrysler Rock, Nashville, Mater Dei, and Westland. Left 4-0 and won all of those games pretty handedly. It was a tournament that we're used to going in and playing, and big game there.
I got some help here on from my son. It was Westmont that we lost to with Pierre Pierce back in the day. We were talking about that a little earlier. So thank you to Sam Horner. Shout out on that one for sending me a text as he's listening from Charleston, Illinois.
And he spent a lot of nights here at Mizzou Arena. Late nights, long nights.
Yeah, just not too long ago, right? Working in the athletic department, and those were some long nights.
So back to the schedule, Eagles beat Chrysler Rock Nashville, who had a lot of hype coming into the season. Eagles were able to hand them a loss 49-39. Beat Mater Dei and Westland in the championship of the tournament before starting conference play against Wood River, winning very handily 66-24. Then just 2 nights ago took on Triad. Had to come back from behind, had a slow start, but were able to get a big victory, 41-37 in that one.
Yeah, and talking to Coach Sandstrom about that one, even before the game, he was worried about the matchups in that game because Triad's a long, lengthy group of guys. And I talked to him after the game was over, and he was very impressed. I think the term he used was our kids were just gritty, you know, which is kind of how we are. We play hard, and that was a huge win for us. I think not only to chalk another one up in the win column, but just that confidence when you're kind of unsure still this early in the season.
Well, and you get a good test again here tonight. We got 2 ball players that we're trying to figure out who's who. I believe it's going to be number 33 for Montgomery County. He is going to Moorhead State, and they have another player that's going to end up at McKendree. As this game gets tipped off, it's going to be going right to left. Montgomery County gets the opening tip. They're in all-white uniforms going to the left. Point guard is going to be guarded by Hayes Van Bruzigen. Have everybody split out wide. They dump it down to the middle of the lane, and it's going to be over the shoulder. Good for 2 points for Montgomery County. Eagles come down. Hayes Van Bruzigen is going to be your point guard. Goes to the left side to Sam Donald. Comes off the screen. Brody Longroff comes up, pump fake. Off the backboard and in. Good for 2 points. A little bit of a fast break here now as Montgomery goes down the corner. There's that first trap. Good pass there underneath. Good defense by Brody Longroff, but a late foul is called with big number 33.
Trying to get a roster here, Alex. I'm going to try to help you out. There we go.
Front end of the 2 free throws is missed, short.
33 is Clayton Parker for Montgomery County.
His second free throw is good. Takes the score 3-2. I'm trying to do the scoreboard and talk and watch all at the same time, so hopefully this doesn't get too screwed up. Eagles with a lot of motion out wide. Sam pulls it out to the top of the key. He's going to reset. Takes the handoff to Bosch, who's been moving around. Trying to get everything reset once again. Shot clocks are being used here tonight. It's going to be 35 seconds. Down to 5. Donald working man-to-man, pump fake. Takes a shot, nothing but net. Good for 2 points. Takes a score 4-3.
Well, he had a guy in his face there, too, with a fadeaway.
Foul on the play. Looks like it's going to be on Bosch. Coach Sandstrom said Bosch is going to be the guy, and you've seen it the last couple of years. If you need somebody to be a pest, Logan's going to be your guy, and he takes the number 1 player. A quick back door, going to be good for a bucket.
That's Andrew Moore, number 2 for Montgomery County.
And I believe he's the one that's going to be going to McKendree. Eagles come back down. Another motion offense here. Big mismatch now as Hayes is guarded by the big number 33. Gets it dumped off. Good patience here out of the Eagles. Number 2 off the backboard, no good. Rebound number 33, slows it down. River Randall on the missed layup. Backdoor cut once again out of number 2, and it's good. Good pass there and good vision.
Parker to Moore.
Hayes comes down to the right side, waiting for Sam to get something set up. Hayes trying to set a screen. Donald rejects it. Pull up jumper, no. Rebounded by number 33, going back down the other way now. Straight to the basket. Bodying down over Brody's number 33, off the back of the rim, rebounded by Donald. Coming back at us once again now. Sam fakes the handoff. Now he's got a guy in his face. Hands it off to Logan. It comes down into the corner, standing right next to Brody. Hayes calls for the ball at the top of the key, reset. A lot of standing around out of the Eagles to start this game so far. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Good spin remove out of Donald. Gets tipped, bounces down, off the backboard, out of bounds on the Eagles, going the other way.
Kind of having a hard time here with Montgomery's defense. We've got a couple subs in the game now. 42 Hemminghouse is in. 24 Micah James will replace Bosch. And Longroff will come out as Hemminghouse comes in.
Hemminghouse is a big defender that'll be coming in off the bench. Micah James will get anything and everything done for you as well. Eagles man-to-man defense now. Slipping through a couple screens very well there. Number 3 missed, air ball, did a great job getting separation out of Donald, who broke his ankles pretty much there and hit the deck. Air ball coming the Eagles' way now. Eagles swinging around, looking for Hemminghouse down below. Pump fake out of Donald, over to the corner. Van Bruzigen for 3, no. Rebounded by number 5, Jason Rogers, going down court in a hurry to number 2. Awkward shot, calling it on the court. A foul on the play.
Looks like that'll be on the floor, even though the bucket went in. Foul's on Randall.
Great awkward shot, ended up going in, but it doesn't matter if foul was called on the floor. Good job there by Randall on the defense. Forces a pass that probably wasn't wanted right away. Montgomery resets, 20 seconds on the play clock. Shot clock, wrong sport.
That'll take a while to get used to.
Off to the left side into the corner, it's gonna be number 13, Sean Rogers. Gonna be picked off on a bad pass. Good job Hemminghouse stepping in front, getting the turnover. Sam has it, wants to go all the way, he does, and one, yes sir. Sam Donald, good job going coast to coast, gets the bucket, and he'll be shooting one free throw.
Bosch enters back in the game for Randall.
Tell you what, this is a lot different speed than football. I figured that out in a hurry now.
Requires a little more homework.
Free throw is good by Donald. Eagles are setting up a little bit of a trap here now. Trying to.
1-3-1. Half court.
They set the trap, force a pass that's going to get received. Going to be Moore going down once again. Good job on the defense by Bosch.
Knocked out of bounds by the Eagles. Looked like that was off of Hemminghouse.
Montgomery's going to have the ball under the basket. It was a quick inbound play last time. This time it's going to be caught by number 33.
Parker.
Clayton Parker for three from college distance. And it's going to be a bad pass. That gets intercepted, and it's going to go back to Montgomery County now as it goes off the leg of Bosch. .250 here in the first quarter of the Norm Stewart Classic. A little bit of a lazy pass, but it is able to be received. Number 2 coming off the screen, goes down into the corner. Nothing going. Donald on the defense. This time it's going to be Hemminghouse in the bucket. Off the backboard is good.
Parker again. I didn't catch the first basket, who scored the first basket of the game, but currently he's got 6. At least 6 of their 12. If he made the first basket, then it's 8.
Donald, a little bit of ISO going up, forces a shot, air ball. Recovered by Parker. Going down the other way now is Thomas. Try to go to the middle of the lane, nothing going. Coming back out to Parker once again. Bounce pass out to the top of the key. Jason Rogers goes back down to Parker once again. Defended by Hemminghouse. Back up top to Jason Rogers. Back down to Parker. Try this again. Muscles his way down off the backboard and good for another 2 points.
What's that Parker listed at? 6'8"?
6'8" forward, senior.
And he's a big dude.
Yeah, they don't have a weight on here, I don't think, but.
Oh, there's a nice pass from Van Brusgen on the backdoor cut to Donald.
Eagles still in that 1-3-1 defense, looking for a trap. This time it's just going to be number 13, Sean Rogers, straight to the bucket. Been good, just split the defense, went straight to the hoop.
No help defense there. I don't think Coach Sandstrom will be very happy about that. Let the guy drive it from the top of the key all the way to the bucket.
Hayes working his guy now. Pump fake, gets him in the air, passes it out to Hemminghouse. Top of the key for 3, no. Good job there by Micah James coming in, trying to crash the boards. And he recovers back now. Donald on the defense, under the hoop, pass it back out. Top of the key. Rogers resets it, goes down to Parker, who has Hemminghouse on defense. Tipped out of Hemminghouse. Nothing going, now it's going to be Donald. Good step back there out of number 5. Jason Rogers, shot clock's off, 20 seconds now. Eagles will look to take one shot. Quick first quarter here from Columbia, Missouri. Donald coming around, ISO, top of the key, jump shot, tickles the twine, and it's good, and that's how this first quarter is going to end. Columbia 11, Montgomery County 16. We're going to run to a commercial break real quick. We come back, we'll show you the leading offensive stat guys, and we'll get you a second quarter right after this. Welcome back to Columbia Eagle Basketball on KCHS. You look at the top of the charts on the Eagles offense, led by 1,500-point scorer plus Sam Donald, 106 going into tonight. He has 22 assists on the season, the best free throw shooter on the team, 100%. River Randall, and the field goal percentage coming out of Brody Longgroff at 58%. So we look at the Eagles, they're able to put up some points this year. And Coach Horner was just saying it's been the Parker and Donald show to start.
No question about it. Both kids are getting a lot of touches, a lot of opportunities.
Eagles get the ball here coming into the second quarter. Trying to double screen. Donald's coming all the way around. He's got Brody under the basket with a quick look, but quickly defended there out of Parker. Brody's going to have to work him over. He does off the back of the rim. Good defense, good battle. Missed basket going the other way now with Montgomery County. Montgomery County with a backdoor cut out of Parker. Good bucket. Good little play, sweeping around.
You know, Alex, I noticed on the board up here they didn't reset the fouls. I don't know what rules we're playing by tonight, but you know, in the state of Illinois, at least that changed here recently. Like we got a foul.
River Randall with the missed bucket at the top of the key.
They did just switch him.
So that's going to be the first foul on Montgomery County. Brody takes the ball out, throws it out to Donald, one-on-one, one quick step to the right. Off the back of the rim, recovered by Jason Rogers, throws it down the length of the court to Parker. Great bucket, just bullying his way around.
Now he gets the ball inside a couple feet. There's no chance you're going to stop him.
River Randall bringing the ball down now as your point guard as Hayes is on the bench. Brody takes at the top of the key. Donald's underneath. Good look, but a missed field goal there, missed layup. Montgomery County coming the other way, coming at you in a hurry again. And it's going to be tipped. Stays in bounds. River Randall gets it. Now he's wanting to get going. He takes it coast to coast. Goes a left-handed layup and good for 2 points. Bosch is now going to be playing at full court almost there. Now Coach Sandstrom's wanting him to come back and wasn't happy with that decision. All the Eagles are inside the three-point line that is taped down on the court today. College three-point line, a couple feet farther back. River Randall on defense. This time it's going to be number 20 who dumps it down to Parker. Quick spin move. 3 Eagles on defense. He's able to kick it out short out of number 3, Isaiah Thomas. Before going out of bounds, Eagles will have the basketball back.
Van Brusgen back in the game for James. Couple subs in the game for Montgomery with Parker coming out. This might be a chance for the Eagles to pick up some buckets in the paint.
First time Parker's been out of the game. Randall still running point guard. The lefty junior. Foul under the basket. Going to be called on number 20, I believe, Tyler Irwin, who is defending Sam Donald. Tyler Irwin, senior, 6'3". Defending Donald again. Over the top, Donald with the bucket
Nice
on the
out
layup.
of bounds play. Yeah, that was a nice out of bounds play. Right in our own bucket.
Montgomery taking their time, coming down, goes to the right wing. Comes back all the way over to the left wing now. Number 2, short on the 3. Bouncing around, grab the basketball. This time it's grabbed by Montgomery. Good defense there on the driving layup by Donald. Hayes wants to go now, tipped from behind, out of bounds, should stay, and it will with the Eagles. Irwin tried the 3 from the corner, or from the wing rather, before it went out of bounds. Bosch taking the ball out. Good patience, gets it to Donald at the block, powers his way, another missed layup. Going the other way is number 2, Moore.
Stolen by Van Brusgen.
Coming back down now for the Eagles. Good crossover. Hands it off at the left wing, River Randall. Van Bruesingen wanting to restart once again. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Bosch, quick look. Liked the idea, just a bad pass. Picked off. Isaiah Thomas for three from the right wing, good.
Those turnovers will hurt you, won't they?
And just that quick, too. I mean, it goes from the top of the key to the right wing and in.
And guess who's at the scorer's table?
I'm going to go with Clayton Parker.
Ready to check back in. Like I said, that was our chance to pick up a few buckets inside the paint.
Oh, he's open. Bosch misses Randall coming underneath. It's going to be Donald. Free throw line, step back off the back of the rim. Rebounded that time by Isaiah Thomas. Takes it to the top of the key, guarded by Hayes Van Bruesingen before he backs out. Trying to slow it down a little bit now. Slows it way down, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Getting ready to go now at 15. Picks up his dribble. Over to Tyler Irwin, goes back out to Isaiah Thomas on the right wing. 5 seconds on the shot clock.
Doesn't look like they're in much of a hurry.
Gets it off right before, off the back of the rim. Foul on the shot. Man, you use up all 35 seconds, though. And bail him out with a foul. Is that on Hayes?
I believe so. Looks like we've got a timeout.
Timeout, Columbia. Look at the defensive stat leaders here for the Eagles. Steals, Hayes Van Bruesingen, 15 of them. Blocked shots, Sam and Brody at 5. Rebounds, Donald at 45. And then you got to have the not so good stat there. The fouls, Bosch and Van Bruesingen leading the way with 16 fouls apiece on the year. And all those stats, I think the best line whenever Coach Sandstrom and I talked this week, we talked about stats, and he goes, just go to STL today. They're all going to be right. Howie does them. And let's talk football coach right here real quick. Do you know how to put stats in, or is that something Howie's always done?
I have no idea.
And it's great. I love having Howie. I mean, I try to look at stats for other teams, and it's hard to find them, but you know Howie's got them that next morning usually.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know what either of us, Mark or myself, would do without Howie. He's done it all forever, and yeah, he's really good. In fact, so good sometimes that you might think you're in on the tackle, but really you weren't. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, you think that guy up in the box says you get the tackle, and Howie walks over to Sharkey and goes, nah. Yeah.
No, he fell on the pile. That doesn't count.
So out of the timeout, Isaiah Thomas will be shooting 2 after the missed field goal attempt. 3:23 here to go in the first half. First shot, short, off the front of the rim. I don't think he even got it high enough to get over the rim there. Clayton Parker comes back in for Tyler Irwin. Montgomery County brought a little student section here. Sitting in the Mizzou student section right in front of us. Second one is good, bounces around and goes in. Eagles trail this one by 9 in the first half. River Randall coming down to the right side. Swings it around, Hemminghouse to Donald. This time, River coming to his left side. Good job coming back. Good footwork, good defense, though. They're going to call a foul. On number 5, Jason Rogers. Bosch under the basket. Throws it up in the air to Donald. Gets him up in the air. Another missed layup. Contested shot, though, that time. Going the other way. Montgomery, real quick, going to the middle of the paint. No. Offensive board. Back up again. Thomas, no. Blocked that time by Donald. This time he's on defense. Travel on the play. Good job there out of the Eagles defense and Sam Donald. Coach Sandstrom talking to Hayes.
I think he might be also talking to River, maybe a little bit too much dribbling down here on the offensive end last possession. Need to move the basketball, make Montgomery move a little bit.
Hayes, a quick crossover off to the right side, right elbow, good for 2. VB, that's his first basket made tonight. Montgomery are wanting to run sets every time, and they're doing a great job with it. Dump it over the top once again to Parker. Good for 2.
That's just simple high-low action right there. Everybody else outside the paint. The ball at the top of the key. Parker pins his man, gets a nice pass and an easy 2.
Hemminghouse top of the key, thought about it for a 3. Pulled it down, Bosch to the hoop. Nothing going. Parker came from behind him and said, no thank you, not in my hoop.
Not having any of that, he said. You don't win too many of those battles when the 5'9" guy goes up against a 6'8" guy 2 feet from the bucket. That's tough. But you got to give credit to Bosch for getting to the hoop.
Bosch takes it out, throws it out at the left elbow to Donald, backing his guy down. This time he's going to dish it out to Hemminghouse off the back of the rim. No good. Parker on the rebound, going the other way. We'll see if he goes coast to coast. He dumps it off to Andrew Moore, goes to the hoop, dumps it off to the right side. It's going to be a layup out of Sean Rogers, number 13. Andrew Moore, rather.
Eagles find themselves down 11, having to work pretty hard for every basket or every attempt.
Ooh, goaltending there. Nope, they're not going to call it. Good job there by Hayes getting there.
Donald with the tip in.
Looked like it might have still been sitting on the rim. That's okay. It's just from this angle.
We're in a college facility, so college rules.
Man, another good basket there out of Clayton Parker.
He's tough, isn't he?
Fade away, just a skosh, and gets it to go in. Brady, right side, swings it around to Bosch. Like Coach said, Eagles are having to work for everything that they get tonight. River, 3 ball, good. I think that was good from the college level.
That'll help.
Gets the Eagles down 8. Shot clock is off. Likely see just one shot here as Isaiah Thomas walks it down. Standing at the midcourt, standing on the Tiger. Mizzou Arena here, a little different feel than we had a couple days ago against that team from the West. Step back, 3, no good. Rebound, offense, got another chance, no good again. And that's going to be the end of the first half. Eagles trail it 30-22. When we come back, we're going to talk to Athletic Director of Columbia High School, Coach Horner, right here on KCHS. Welcome back to Mizzou Arena, where the Eagles and the Wildcats lead this one 30-22 over your Eagles. Athletic Director Scott Horner with us tonight. Let's talk a little bit fall sports. Let's wrap those up before we talk winter sports. What do you got for your fall sports this year?
A lot of great things went on, Alex. This fall was another great year for the Eagles, starting with our boys soccer team that finished 4th in state after coming off a 3rd-place finish last year. Just another really good season, a lot of seniors. But another trip to Hoffman Estates, Illinois, with coming home with a trophy was pretty special. And we've had these guys around for a couple years, so it's been fun watching them. Volleyball team won a regional championship, first one in a while, and ended up losing in the sectional championship to a team that ended up winning state. So a great year from the volleyball team, with a lot of girls returning next year. Hoping that'll continue. Football team kind of got back on the playoff board again, which was good after a pretty tough season last year. Finished the regular season at 6-3 and wound up running into a pretty tough Cahokia football team in round 1 of the playoffs, and couldn't quite get it done, but finished the season 6-4. And then we had our girls and boys golf teams that were also had a lot of success this year. Boys golf team advanced to the sectional, and then we had 2 state qualifiers in Avery Arundel, one of our girls, finished 19th in state, and Kyle Chudd as well advanced to state for boys golf. So a really good, successful all year, and yeah, it was pretty good,
And is that your busy time of the year? Is this the busy time? Do you have a short time?
Well, it's tough for me in the fall, obviously, because I'm coaching at the same time. So, yeah, it's definitely busy in the fall, trying to manage all that stuff. But you know what? You find a way to make it happen, and mix in a little bit of the middle school stuff. Although I don't have to supervise anything over there, but just getting schedules and things ready. And fall's tough. Winter's kind of slows down a little bit, and every other year, and this being one of them, at the beginning of the winter season, we don't have a lot of home contests in basketball, so you get a chance to go home after work and spend some time at home until things get really busy after Christmas.
And as athletic director, as teacher, coach, whatever you want to call it, when you have success in that fall, I think it probably starts your school year off a little bit better, with all the kids are a little bit more excited and having fun coming to school and having fun going to games and practices too.
Yeah, our blue crew was awesome this year,
Great.
and continue to be. That's something that our kids take a lot of pride in, and I couldn't have been happier with not only the turnout at all of our fall sport games that they come to, but their conduct and the way they cheered and the things that they did, whether it was 90 degrees outside, whether it was 50 and rainy, or whatever, they were there to support. We had a good number of kids that even made the trip to Hoffman Estates, which is a 5-hour trip, to cheer on our soccer team, which was really cool. So yeah, it does. It gets the season, the school year started off great, and we just hope to continue that through the winter here. As we've been, I know we'll talk about here in a little bit, with our 6-0 start with the boys, and 5-2 girls basketball team. They've been playing really well, and bowlers have been getting underway, and that big tournament, home tournament that we host on Saturday. So a lot of stuff going on, but a lot of great things.
So let's talk a little bit about winter sports. Obviously, boys basketball here in Como, and girls basketball, they made a 2-hour trip tonight too. They just went the other direction. They're out in Salem tonight.
They are.
I don't know. I'll see if I can find a score real quick. You might even be able to find it a little bit quicker, but Coach G, he sent me a picture. He goes, well, it's not Columbia, but, it'll do. And it was Salem's little their video board that they got in the middle of their gym. A very nice gym, old school feel, but it's still a pretty cool gym to get to go into. So, like you said, they're starting 5-2, and they got a couple of tournaments coming up here with the holidays too, correct?
Yeah, they'll be playing, this starting Monday, playing the Candy Cane Classic down at Jabot. We'll play, I guess, 4 games there, and then mix in a conference game in the middle of the week. So 5 games in the week. Girls basketball going to be pretty busy. And then we, over the Christmas break, then a week or so later, or right after Christmas, I guess, we'll be playing in the Waterloo Holiday Tournament for a second year down there. So they're going to be busy, playing a lot of games in the next couple weeks.
And they Columbia girls hosted their own tournament to start the season, the Invitational. Got second place, got beat by Carlisle. in the championship game, correct?
Correct, yeah. Carlisle's a state-ranked team, and a lot of girls coming back from last year. And, man, it was a great game to watch. Our girls really fought tooth and nail till the very end, and I think we lost by maybe it was 6 by the end, or maybe it was 3. I can't really remember, but we were there the whole game. It was a great game the whole entire game, and I believe that we played them last year in the championship too. And although we lost last year as well, this year's score was much more favorable than what it was last year.
So now you talk boys basketball. Like we mentioned earlier, we went through it already. Let's talk the Columbia-Freeburg Holiday Tournament. We just got that schedule sent to us tonight, or you got it sent to you, and I got it here as well. So Columbia will have a pool so the tournament's going to be hosted or held the 27th through the 29th. Our pool is going to be Columbia, Civic Memorial, Seckman, and Riverview Gardens. Pool B will be Waterloo, Alton Marquette, Freeburg, and Nelson County. Columbia will play 2 games on day 1, which is Friday, December 27th. First game at 12:30, second game at 5. They will play 1 game on Saturday at 5 o'clock, and then you never know what's going to happen day 3, the 29th. That just turns into who's doing what in the pools when it comes down to bracket play. But the Eagles, like we talked about, got a lot of expectation this year, and hopefully able to get it done. We talked about boys basketball once already, though. So bowling, you said, is your other indoor sport. What's the expectations this year? Do you have any scouting report on boys and girls bowling?
Well, I can tell you that so far in the conference, I don't think we've been beat. And we did have a freshman kid a couple weeks ago, Ryder Corbin, who bowled a perfect 300. And that was the first time that has been done since 2018 for any of our. I thought it would be longer than that,
yeah.
Obviously, but Max Taki actually was a kid that scored a perfect 300 in 2018, and those statistics, compliments of Keith Jeffrey, our bowling coach. I would not have ever known any of that. So having a little trouble finding Coach Germain's game right now. You give me a little bit, I might be able to find it.
I tell you what, coming into tonight, I was a little nervous. I can handle football games. I got to talk for 10, 15 seconds, and then I hand it over to Jared. There's a lot going on here tonight. We're trying to look up scores, write notes. There's a lot going on the broadcast for a basketball game.
Yeah, there's no question about it. I think if we had to do all this over again, we maybe would have prepared a little bit quicker or a little bit more than what we had, what we did.
Yeah.
Maybe learn some names and things. But yeah, it's Jared just texted me. You know, it does the broadcast with you in football, and he said, "Yeah, kind of different being on the other side of the other side of the broadcast." I said, "I don't know how you guys do it."
Well, hopefully this isn't the only game. We're going to try to do tomorrow night's game whenever the Eagles, I believe that's the first home game tomorrow night for the Eagles basketball team.
That is correct.
So we're going to hopefully try to get there tomorrow night. We'll try to figure out. We will be hosting Salem, 7:30 tip-off. So we'll try to bring that game to you. We'll see. It might be audio only again. You can always watch those games on the Huddle Fan, correct?
Correct. Yep. Huddle Fan.
And is that an app or is that a website? I don't even know.
You can either one. You can go to huddlefan.com, or you can get the app as well, and then you'll get a general page that pops up, and there'll be a search bar across it. You can just search Columbia High School, Illinois, and it'll pop up, and our live stuff will be there.
All right, well, that's enough of us talking here at halftime. It's going to be the third quarter getting underway here. Montgomery County will be starting with the basketball. Eagles trail by 8. I don't know if they've trailed by 8 all season. We'll see if they're able to come back here in this second half. River Randall on defense. Good defense this time. Almost forces a steal. He's on the floor. Going to be recovered. He recovers as well. Going to be Sam Donald now on the ball. Gets kicked back out. Going to the baskets, number 3. Good defense there by Hayes Van Bruzigen. Going the other way. Donald flips it over to Hayes. Hayes down to River. River quick sets up. Throws it up for 3. No. Offensive rebound, Brody. He's going to work down the big kid, Parker. Hook shot, no. Going to be recovered this time by Moore. Thomas all the way down, good. Thomas is injured.
He was just hanging out down here.
He comes off hobbling. I didn't even know that he was sitting down here.
I think he came off the bench. Sprained his ankle?
He comes down to the baseline, trying to walk something off. He goes behind the bench now. Still trying to walk it off. Hayes jogs it up. Comes across half court, going to the right side, standing at the right wing. Comes over to Brody. Brody gives it to Donald, who is wanting to swing it. Nothing going. A lot of standing around once again for the Eagles. Backdoor cut by Donald, nothing going. Brody's going to be working one-on-one with Parker. Goes down to the block. Nothing going. He's stuck. Throws it out to Donald. A little bit of a flop. They're going to call a block instead on number 20. I believe that's Irwin.
Number 20.
Yeah.
I think that's his second foul. Alex, give that website again for anybody that will be wanting to watch the video feed. I've got a couple texts here from people that are asking if they can also view the game.
So if you just search, I'll have to see if I can find it. If you go to, it's Mediacom, if you can look that up, Mediacom 22. And if you just search Norm Stewart Classic, you'll be able to scroll down to where it says live stream and be able to go that way. Good defense there by Brody Longroff, forces the ball out of bounds. They were trying to dump it into Parker, but nothing going. Irwin takes the ball out on the side, about the left wing, we'll call it. Gets it in, good defense here by Hayes in the point guard's face. Hayes still good defense. Under 10 seconds on the play clock.
Still a shot clock, Alex.
Oh, it's still. Offensive rebound. I don't know if it hits the rim.
Looks like we've got shot clock violation.
Good defense there by Hayes. Really forced nothing to happen out of the point guard and then forces that turnover. Brody going to the hoop from the top of the key. Nothing happening. Leaves it short. Rebounded by Parker. Montgomery County coming right back at us. Bosch on the defense, off the foot of number 20, Irwin, going out of bounds. Eagles will get the ball back.
We need a bucket.
Eagles still down 10.
2 minutes and 20 seconds without a field goal.
Eagles coming in, I think, averaging close to 60 a game. Donald tried going down the middle of the lane, but he's held. It's going to be a foul.
That's Tatum Wessel, number 12, I think is who they called the foul on.
Bosch dishes it out. Right wing, Donald. Still has his dribble, standing there. Good defense tonight by Montgomery County. Eagles really haven't been able to get much going. Hayes rejects the screen. Ball off his foot. Turnover on the Eagles.
Well, when you've got to work that hard to get a good shot, you just really can't afford to turn the basketball over.
Driving number 2 to the left side. Fadeaway jumper, rattles around, good for 2. Andrew Moore, another 2 points. River trying to go to his left side, dishes it out to Brody, pump fake. Goes to Donald. Bosch, left wing, off the mark. Foul on the ground. See who they're going to call it on. White, 33, Clayton Parker on the foul.
We got a good look that time from Bosch, just couldn't quite knock it down. Got Hemminghouse and James in the game for Longroff and Randall.
Sam throwing the ball in this time, gets it out to Bosch. Sam comes onto the court. 3 from the corner, good, nothing but net. 3-pointer for Sam Donald. Now you need to get a stop. You're down 9, you're right there. Montgomery County taking their time once again. Top of the key, Parker hands the ball off to number 5, Jason Rogers. Goes back to Parker. Good defense there out of the Eagles, off the fingertips of number 13, Sean Rogers. Out of bounds, Eagles basketball. Sam got lucky there. He wasn't paying attention, and luckily off the fingers. Hayes over to the right side. Swinging all the way around is the Eagles. Bosch, quick slip there out of Donald. Good job, good vision. All the way over to the other side, off the backboard is Hemminghouse. Coming down at you now again real quick. Good defense out of the Eagles. Brought back down by Donald. We're wanting to get going again with Micah James. He's going to go all the way to the basket. Goes up into the trees. Gets blocked. Recovered by Hemminghouse. Back out to the top of the key is the Eagles. Hayes comes back, gets the basketball at the top of the key. Swings it to the left wing. Reverses it all the way over now to Bosch.
Seem to be moving the ball a little bit better in this half. That should hopefully garner some better shots.
Good shot there by Sam Donald from the right wing. Going over to the free throw line and good. Takes it 34-27. Eagles basketball on KCHS from Mizzou Arena. Hayes still good defense at the top of the key. Donald now, he's kind of set back a little bit, and it's a good thing he did because that ball there, bad shot out of Montgomery County. Nothing going. Eagles get the ball back, coming back down.
This is a big possession for us right here, Alex. Get us really some momentum. Get back in this basketball game.
Eagles offense trying to work it a little bit better.
There we go.
James, top of the key, off the mark, right side, missed. Offensive board, Bosch pulls it back out. New shot clock. Got it right that time. Donald comes out, hands it over to Hayes. Goes over to the right side. Coming off the screen is James, coming off another screen. Van Bruzigen, James gets it back. He's going to the basket and gets blocked. Big block there. A lot of bodies bouncing around before the ball goes out under the hoop. Another big block there out of Clayton Parker.
Yeah, I think tough to get a shot off under the bucket with him in there.
Sam, fadeaway, no. Offensive board, James, no. Defensive board, number 2, Andrew Moore. Wildcats coming back down.
With some really great looks there, Alex. Just couldn't quite get him to fall. I think that's a couple possessions in a row with offensive rebounds, so we're moving in the right direction.
Timeout on the court by the Wildcats. We're going to run to a commercial break. We'll be back right after this.
It's the biggest party of the year. The Columbia Quarterback Club is once again hosting the Chicken and Beer Dance this coming winter with a new twist to it. We will be hosting the dance Saturday, February 1st from the American Legion, located at 375 East Locust Street. Tickets are $40 per person, including live music, a chicken dinner, and draft beer. Doors open at 5:30, dinner at 6, and music from 7 to 11. The up-and-coming Ian Ferguson Band will be entertaining us with the dance hits that we will be out on the dance floor with for the first time. Don't wait. Tickets are limited, so act fast. Contact a Columbia Quarterback Club member today to get your tickets.
The Columbia Quarterback Club sponsored the broadcast for the football this year. Chicken and Beer Dance is always a great time. First time we'll be going to the American Legion and a new band with the Ian Ferguson Band this year. A new up-and-comer. He's been by himself for many years, and he's going to do it on his band name now. Coming out for us on the 1st of February. Tonight's trivia question. Name the top 5 scorers in CHS basketball history. We'll bring it to you. We're about 1:30 away from the end of the third quarter, so we'll bring you the answers.
Make sure and let everybody know I got it right.
You did get it right.
I got it right on the way here.
You even you had the points even in order as well, too.
Pretty close. Bucket number 2.
Good job dumping down Andrew Moore, another 2 points. I don't know how many he's got tonight. It seems like it's a lot.
8, according to my not very good statistics.
Sam, top of the key, gets the ball from River. Sam going to the bucket this time. I like it.
Great strong move.
7-point game here once again, 1 minute to go. Somebody's not ready to go home. Montgomery County walks it down. Left wing. Top of the key now. Sam, once again, good defense there by Brody. Gets the turnover.
Yeah, he got in front of Parker. They tried to lob to him, and Longroff did a great job of just getting up and snatching it out of the air.
Eagles now number 13. They kind of let him go at the top of the key, sag off of him a little bit, and they're able to help with Parker down in the post.
Donald's got all 7 in this half for the Eagles.
River Randall from right to left. Gets down in the trees, doesn't have anywhere to go. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Forces it up. Shot clock violation. Bosch, the attempt. 11 seconds now.
I don't know, did Moore get a piece of that? Looked like he blocked it, which still would be a shot clock violation.
Last 11 seconds.
Like we jumped into some form of a zone here.
I like that. Last 10 seconds, you've been playing man the whole time. Throw them off their game. Picked off, got to get a shot off. We do in time. No. Off the backboard. That takes us to the end of the third quarter. Montgomery 36, Columbia 29. We're going to stick with it here. The top 5 scorers in CHS basketball history. Do you want to go ahead and show your knowledge off?
Well, you want me to tell them what I already know the answer to? I can tell them.
Let's see. All right, you just go ahead.
Well, we know who I know who number 1 is, which is Sean Patton.
Sean Patton, 2,180 points.
Yep, and then Ryan Patton, I believe, was right below him. Am I right?
Yep, 2,079.
I believe the only other 2,000-point scorer that we have is Reed Jones, which is 2,000 and a couple.
59, yep.
Yep, and then, well, I remembered Sam at 1,500 and something. Jordan Holmes was number 4 in the order, and then Sam at number 5.
Jordan 1605, Sam Donald 1,500 plus.
Got to think that Sam might step into that number 4 spot by the end of the season.
I think he can get to number 4. Do you think he'll be able to get up to?
Yeah, that'll be tough to get to number 3. That's over 2,000, right?
Yeah, that's 500 points this season.
Yeah, that could happen. But hey, you know what? Let's play into March and see what happens.
There you go.
Right.
Fourth quarter getting ready to get underway here on KCHS. Eagles trail this one by 7.
Hey, we held Parker scoreless in that quarter.
Heck, that's a victory
we
in
actually
itself.
We actually outscored them 7-6 in that quarter.
First time Eagles had 11 in the first quarter, 11 in the second quarter, but we're outscored both times. Good shot choice there out of Brody. Offensive rebound. Logan Bosch.
Well, you always know he's around the basketball.
He's one of those guys, too, a fiery guy that can really get under your skin, and like you said, he's going to play hard all 32 minutes of the game. Eagles look to be in a zone or a very relaxed man. I think it is going to be a zone. They're wanting to dump it down into Parker. Long 3, nothing but net. You know, it's unfortunate that goes in, but I think I'll let that shot happen.
Yeah, that's is that Moore? I believe number 2 that made that.
But it's far out. I mean, that's an NBA 3 almost.
That was out there.
Eagles still working for every shot, every pass. Good defense. Brody, top of the key, nothing going. Goes to the left side. River Randall
pulls the
for
trigger.
3, short. Offensive board on his own. Middle of the key, off the backboard and in. Good. 4-2.
That's 7 for him tonight, being our second leading scorer behind Donald.
Eagles back to man now this time. Brody has the defensive Parker at the top of the key, not under the block this time. Montgomery kind of spreads it out a little bit. Physical play there. Going to be a foul on the floor on the Eagles.
I believe that was on Bosch, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
Yeah. So Chudd had checked in at the beginning of the fourth quarter, Kyle Chudd, and now Van Brusgen's back in for him. That's 2 fouls on Bosch. Nobody else on the team with any more than 1.
Quick 3 this time out of Parker.
Well, this kid can do it all, can he?
Man. From the left wing, good for 3.
It's his second 3 of the game.
Van Brusingen picks up his dribble, no man's land, able to get it away thanks to Sam coming and helping. Sam off to the right side, off the dribble, step back. Tries to initiate contact, no good. Foul on the floor. Bucket went in, but it doesn't matter. Number 2, Andrew Moore with the foul.
I'm showing Parker with 19.
Donald throws it in, top of the key now. Spin around jumper, no good, off the front of the rim. Picked up by number 13, Sean Rogers. Tyler Irwin slows it down. Gets it out to Jason Rogers, who's going to bring it up. Stops at the top, mid-court.
There's another deep 3.
Rattles around and good.
Man.
Andrew Moore from 3. River Randall brings the ball down this time. Off the dribble, good
Nice
for
move.
2. Timeout on the court, Eagles. I think it's going to be a 30-second timeout here. Got a score from Zach Daly. Columbia girls basketball leads Salem 43-40. 4 minutes to go in the 4th. He sent me that 7 minutes ago, so
I was trying to get Jared to get us a score too, but he didn't respond.
Let us know where you're listening from. I was in Corey Pharmacy today. Paul said he was going to be listening. So shoot us a text. Let us know where you're listening from. Like I said, we'll try to bring you tomorrow night's game.
Ella Horner's listening from Columbia, Illinois. She says we're doing a great job on the broadcast.
Well, thanks for listening, Ella. Sorry we weren't able to bring you video. We thought we might be able to. We got here. They have cameras set up everywhere, so hopefully you're able to go to search Norm Stewart Classic and find the video of it.
But then you have to turn down the volume and listen to us instead.
Yeah. Then you got to try to make sure that they're not overlapping each other. And tomorrow night we'll see if we'll have our own camera. We might be on the Huddle Fan. Look on the Columbia social media to find that answer. Eagles kind of double teaming Parker now, having guy in front and behind him. Hayes tries to jump the pass. Good move off the back of the iron. Long rebound. Good, picked up by Rogers. Comes down. He's going all the way to the basket this time. Reverse and good. Good luck defending that play.
Well, what they haven't gotten scoring-wise from Parker, said Rogers, I guess he's picked up. He's got 8 in the quarter.
Wow.
And 12 since the second half.
Foul on the play. Good backdoor cut that time by Donald. And I don't even know if Hayes even turned around whenever he threw it back to him. Sam Donald will be shooting 2. Short on the first one. Again, I don't know if that one was over the rim.
Maybe the legs are getting to him there. He's an 80% free throw shooter, too.
Has he been out of the game tonight? I don't even know.
No.
That time good, nothing but twine. 4-1. 47-36, 4:30 remaining, just shy. Good defense there by Hayes. Really wasn't much that was going to happen with that play, but just a good hustle play. Eagles showing pressure now this time on a full court press. Good job there, Hayes once again. Gets his arm.
Showing an update from Salem right now. We're leading 49-43 with 1 minute left in the game. We'll keep everybody updated on that girls basketball game from Salem.
Could be a good conference win for Coach Germain and the Lady Eagles. Straight to the basket this time with Parker. Dishes it out. Number 20 for three. No, nothing but air. Out of bounds. Tyler Irwin with the air ball.
Eagles need a bucket.
11-point game. You don't want to get greedy and go for a three. You need a good shot, but you need something here. You're right.
Yep, great pull up. Oh, just short-armed it a little bit. Rebound. Nice.
Short from River Randall, but picked up offensive board. Sam Donald and good. 47-38, 3:45 remaining in the ball game. Irwin, you gonna try it again? No, over the top. No help side defense out of the Eagles. Good job there though by Brody. Offensive board, no. On the putback from Clayton Parker, shooting two. First one good.
Well, you can tell that Parker's a strong kid, and he works really, he works hard under that bucket. I don't know how many offensive rebounds he has, but it's more than one.
You just watch him shoot those free throws right there. That was effortless. I mean, that was, he's done that a time or 10, dozen. Tried backdoor, nothing there, good defense. Sam comes out, gets the basketball at the top of the key. Guarded by number 2, Andrew Moore. I believe he's going to McKendry. Bosch for three, no. In and out.
They're going to get longer off on a foul.
Just got a text, Alexis Schlemmer, listening from Columbia, Illinois. Sharkey listening at work, 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. Good shot there, pull-up shot. Out of number 5, Jason Rogers.
His first bucket of the game.
They calling, got a whistle on the play.
I don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, we're back to action.
Eagles trail it by 13. Montgomery County comes in 5-0, putting up all sorts of points.
Another
bad
turnover.
pass. Good job slowing it down. Good job running the court. 2 points out of Tyler Irwin. Talk about Montgomery, the points they've put up, 64, 105, 67, 70, and 72. So they can shoot it this year. Pump fake, Hayes, left elbow, no good. Foul on the play, offensive board from Sam Donald. Andrew Moore with the foul though. His second of the night. Inbounds, Sam Donald charge. Just tried bowling his way down there. Can't do that. Team's fifth, so if that would be an IHSA rule, they would be shooting two.
Well, it was player control on a charge, so it wouldn't be on that particular play. But they are resetting the clock, so they're playing the same. It's not just IHSA rule. I think it's a federation rule.
And so would that be considered NFHS?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, National Federation. That was a foul on Brody, I believe, his third foul.
Irwin to the line, shooting two. First one is good.
Well, we've got 5 new ones coming in for the Eagles here.
I'll let you name them off.
Well, we've got Logan Hicks, Andrew Collier, Jason Nelson, Elliot Nelson, and Charlie Chuck Steckler, all replacing the 5 players for the Eagles.
Next free throw is good. Eagles coming down, trying to go to the left side. Try doing a pick and roll.
Their coach called timeout. I think he wants to get his subs into. On the fast break, he called timeout.
Good move on the coach there.
Yeah,
that was a dunk situation there.
Yeah, that was classy on his part, knowing that our subs are in the game.
We were just talking about that tonight. Another local school, I guess, had a situation where one coach was aggravated with another, and kind of he wouldn't have called the timeout in that situation. I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
And I say local, it's Southern Illinois, not even really too local to us, but Southern Illinois school. But that would have been an alley-oop off the backboard.
Well, this will be a good experience, I guess, for the rest of the kids on both teams that have an opportunity to say they played at Mizzou Arena. Game's 16 points or so. Well, more than that.
17
points.
Good cut underneath.
Under a minute and a half to go.
Good defense here out of the Eagles' second stringers. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Forces up a bad shot. Brought down by the Eagles.
That was Elliott Nelson on the rebound.
Chuck Steckler, left corner, no. Hicks on the offensive board. Forces it to go out of bounds off of Montgomery County. Hicks, all conference in football?
Yes. And Nelson.
And Jace as well,
yeah.
too. Hicks from the right post, no good. Brought down by Montgomery County. 1 minute to go, 3 ball, no good, stepped out of bounds. Number 10 over there, he was ready to throw it up, Lyric Kemp.
Luke DeWilde in the game, and Austin Young replacing both Nelsons, Jace and Elliott.
One minute to go now. Here from Mizzou Arena.
It's been fun, Alex.
Hey, anytime you want to do it, we can do it again. See you tomorrow night.
I'll be busy with other stuff tomorrow night, unfortunately.
All right.
I'd much rather do this, but I really can't.
Yeah, it's not part of the contract, huh?
No.
Foul on the play, number 11, Montgomery County. Team's 4th foul of the quarter. Never thought I'd be it's out of bounds. DeWilde tried to throw it over the top of the defender, who knocked it back down right into his lap. And he didn't even move. Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah, well, you're out of bounds.
I'll just give it back to the ref.
Or going the other way. Coming down, Hicks tried to take the charge. I think he was already falling over. Here go the Eagles on the fast break.
Got Chuck with a chance for a bucket. Oh, in the
layup
stat
and good.
sheet.
In front of big brother Jack.
Yeah.
A Mizzou student.
Mizzou student. Looks like they're just going to let it run out.
And that's going to do it here tonight from Mizzou Arena. Eagles are going to fall 55-40, going to be their first loss of the season. But all in all, a decent game. I don't think it was bad. This Montgomery County team, they're pretty solid.
They are pretty solid. I was as impressed as I am with Parker and Rogers and a couple of these other kids. They play good defense, really solid defense. Like I said, I think we talked majority of the night how hard our kids had to work on the offensive end just to get what we felt like was a decent shot. And so we'll have to polish those things up, maybe be a little bit better, setting screens and trying to get guys open. We struggled with that, especially in the first half.
And sometimes decent shots still weren't good. They were just better than the other shots that we were taking.
Contested.
So, yeah.
I mean, there were very few shots that we have that were not a contested shot. So, but all in all, kids played hard. And
ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to Sir Court for a very special presentation.
What do we have? The MVP of the game? I think I know who it's going to go to.
Yeah, I'm sure. Let's see, what do I got here?
Good motion there by Sam Donald and Brody Longroff coming over. Isaiah Thomas was unable to shake hands, but those two boys came over behind the bench and shook his hand. Clayton Parker gets the MVP of the game.
I'm showing 21 on the board for him. And looks like Donald might have led all scorers with 23 for the
unofficial stats.
unofficial stats.
Howie will have the official stats in STL today, and we'll be able to give all those thanks to Howie.
Yeah, I think the other scorer, Andrew Moore for Montgomery, I show with 16. So Parker with 21 and Moore with 16, Donald with 23, and Randall finished the game with 3, 5, 7, 9.
Columbia girls basketball beats Salem 50-46. That is a final, and that's a final here from Como. As the Eagles fall 55-40, they will be back in action tomorrow night against Salem at home, 7:30 tip-off. You can find that game. Just come out to the game.
There we go.
We need your butts in the seats. So come out to the game. Then you can watch the replay on Huddle Fan. We will try to have it on KCHS. We'll figure that out tomorrow. Thanks for listening, and hopefully bring it to you again later on this season. Thanks, Coach, for joining us here tonight.
Thank you, Alex. I enjoyed it.
We will see you tomorrow night. Go Eagles, baby.